Hello, hello, hello. This is Coach Jay. Welcome to the live. This is a live audio. I haven't done these in a minute, but I'm getting ready to go to bed because tomorrow I am off. Taking the day off tomorrow. Yes, I take a day off for my daughter's birthday every year because she's my only child and I do the most when it comes down to being a mom. So and it's her 18th birthday. She's a senior in high school. And so I'm taking out the time to be present and we're gonna have cake and all that good stuff. So I decided to go live tonight, just so I can low key make myself very clear. I know that people are still coming in, they'll catch um the majority of the content as they come in. So, one of the things I want to say is that when it comes down to this game of business, when it comes down to this game of business, you have to start getting very, very clear about what it is that you do and who you serve, right? And periodically, you will have to echo the message. You will have to remind people in so many ways. And this is not a planned audio. This was something I just wanted to kind of do before I went to bed. But you have to remind people of what it is that you do and be very serious about what you do because a lot of times um, people will mistake that you are someone who, like the whole value proposition piece kind of slips through the cracks, right? Okay, so unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the world, okay, that are not, and I'm very no nonsense. So if this is your first time joining me or this is the first time you've listened to my live, I want to be very, very clear that uh I'm very no nonsense, okay? I'm very direct. So if that kind of messes you up a little bit or you're sensitive, emotionally sensitive, then it's probably best you leave the live, okay? Okay. So one of the things I say as a woman, okay, I'm a woman. I don't agree with a lot of the messaging and the vernacular and the propaganda and some of the things that a lot of women like to say when it comes down to doing business and when it comes down to being absolutely relentless when it comes down to your well-being because the world is not does not give a flying fluke about women, period. And especially if you're a poor woman. They do not they don't have any kindness or any patience for poor women. Okay. So a lot of people fail to understand that this is the life that you have. Whether it is, you come back or this is another life, you come back to do another life. We don't know. This is the life you have. Okay. But I will say this too. A lot of people do not realize also that a lot of people are not smart. Okay. AI is really revealing a lot of things to the masses that humans have not caught up to the needs of a collective revolution. Obviously, Um, there's a lot of people that are lagging behind. A lot of people don't understand research. A lot of people don't understand nuance. They don't understand implied context. They really don't understand what messaging or content pieces serve them and which ones are not for them, right? And so people will take offense. People will be on the defense. People will take what you say as, something that that wasn't the context of what I was saying. People will take what you say and spin it on their own and try to make it something that it's not. This is why you have to bring clarity to the table often, unfortunately. And women especially, even though, right, women have been able to get degrees and, go and get education, blah, 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 right? The one thing I think that a lot of women fail to realize as well is that the world wants to sit you down. And I think a lot of women do want to sit down. So when I hear women talk about the soft life, and I've been saying this for years, I've been telling people that the soft life is cute, but it takes hard cash to have the soft life. You have to pay for that. Either you're going to pay for that in your body, with your body, or you're going to pay for that with rolling up your sleeves and getting your tail to work, right? You're going to have to put the action to the money. You gotta get it on, right? You have to take out the time, you gotta get disciplined, and you gotta make things shake. Period. Whether you wanna call it hustle, whether you wanna call it grind, whether you wanna call it, but I know one thing, that either you wanna be rich or you wanna be right. And a lot of women are set on being right instead of, like, doing the thing and getting rich. So what is this whole point? What am I trying to say, Jay? What am I trying to coach, what are you saying? Well, what I am saying is that I deal with women that want to be relentless out here because you're fighting for not only your wealth, you're fighting for your freedom. That's what you're fighting for right now. And I'm using the word fighting because that's what a lot of y'all are like low key need to do, and you're losing the fight. And if you are a childbearing age and you're nervous and you're single and or you're someone who is um coach, I don't know about these men out here, or I don't know about relationships and da 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 da. Like, I'm telling you now, you need to get your tail in order because you're next to be auctioned. Okay? And I'm talking about auction to the man that will take you. And if you don't have the wherewithal, you can't defend yourself. There's no defense. And Imma even give this to you because even as a mother of a daughter, if I don't have the resources to even protect my daughter and in her defense, I'm cooked as well. There's a lot of women that fail to, think and fail to understand. If you don't have the wherewithal, you and your children are cooked. It's time for women to make some money out here and stop being loud about it, and you need to put your head down and get to it. Hope is not enough. Wishing is not enough. I'm thinking about it is not enough. You gotta do the thing. And this is really for women who are kinda sitting still and sitting on the side and kinda thinking about, what are you going to do? What are you working towards? What do you even like, have you even thought about what you want now? Like, this is real. And we tiptoeing like, "Oh, it's just, I'm gonna do what I can, and I'm just gonna take my time." You're gonna take your time right to poverty. That's exactly where you're going. That's exactly where you're going. And y'all, we gotta get up and see if because many times I'm not even talking to y'all. I'm talking to especially if you're a mom, I'm talking to you because of kids. These children don't have a leg up on anything. They don't even have a future laid out for them. You're it. And if you're, well, Jay, I don't have a child or anything. Okay, but you got you. You have retirement coming, especially if you're in your 40s and 50s. This is it. Y'all can play around with these people if you want to. These people are trying to take you out. So we can be in our pink and our being our pretty and being our cute. And, girl, I'm just gonna be feminine. Girl, please. Feminine is not frail. Feminine is not poor. Feminine is not begging. Feminine is not waiting for something to happen for you to take action, step up and do something for yourself. This just doesn't make any sense to me. Feminine is not silly and being foolish. Feminine is power. Feminine is getting the job done. Get the deal done. Start standing on business. Write your articles. Post that content. Listen to what people have to say. Schedule the master class. Stop running away from people. You need human beings. This is it. Human beings are about to be extinct. And here you are sitting here, oh my God, I just don't know. And my nervous system. No, you're just lazy. That's what that is. That's just pure laziness. And I'm telling you what the Pope know. See, ain't nobody gonna talk to you like that because we have all these labels. And this is coming from somebody who specializes in counseling and psychology. I know I've done therapy. I've sat in support groups and things like that. Many people are just flat out lazy and they need permission from other people. I'm about to publish this article. It's gonna drop tomorrow about why do you need AI to check you? Don't you know that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard? Why do you need AI to check you? Why are women always looking for permission from something? I don't understand that. Girl, he checked me, girl, with ChatGPT. Y'all gotta stop this. AI is a machine. I don't hear any high earning AI tech folk talk about how it gathered their edges. Those the only people I know that talk about that is women that, use it for tell me what you think about me. What the heck? Y'all got to be kidding me. We through with that. We're done playing footsie. This is time to this is the year everybody getting ROI this year. Everybody. And here you are talking about what they think of you. You should have asked that 2 years ago. You see how we playing footsie for no reason? Like it just don't even make no sense. Time out for that. This is ROI season. Everybody trying to see how they can get a return on their investment. You paying all this money for ChatGPT, someone well, I pay it's free. But see, that's all the more reason why you're not taking this thing serious. And I'm gonna talk about you a little bit. You got 16 emails trying to use it for free. You need to be making some money. Start taking this stuff seriously. Yes, you can make content from it. Yes, you can produce, but you need to be doing some analysis work to it. I'm telling people exactly what to do in order to change the trajectory of their future. And you still got people saying that AI gathered your edges and it's telling you all this stuff about you and what you need to don't you need to stop doing this, stop doing that. I told folks that Claude had one time to check me and I said, absolutely not. I need you to do what I tell you to do. If you're on my Facebook page, If you're on my Facebook page and you saw that video, that man cussing that AI out because that AI was pushing back on him. See, a lot of us will think that that's cute and like, oh my gosh, but that AI was like not doing what it was supposed to do. He said he gave it an instruction, very clear instruction, and AI was pushing up against him. Connie, I'm very raw. She said this live is raw. It's very raw. Oh, I've gotten this is nothing. Every now and then I have to unleash the dragon. Y'all got to start using this stuff for higher level things. It is exposing how finite our creativity is. It is exposing how low we think of the work that we're doing. It is exposing how less of an intellectual that we are. Right? It's exposing a lot of stuff about ourselves that we try to cover up. And AI is separating we from the dare. We gotta get busy on the things that like, it has to matter at some point. We gotta come up from this. I remember I was telling someone recently about a workflow that was very simple of how they could, capture data and be able to upload that data to Perplexity, for an example, and Perplexity could update a report for them. This person act like I was like, you would have thought I was telling them how to cure cancer. They started like, oh, I'm like, first of all, calm down. Cal- Calm down. I literally gave you 3 steps. It's really, first of all, I can write it down. It's really, and I can show you what it looks like. And they were like, "Oh, this is too much for that." I just, this is just too much for me. It's just all this tech stuff. Okay, but see, this what I'm saying. What am I trying to tell you? Your nervous system is being fried for the most minor of things. Instead of us calming down and thinking about what someone is saying, instead of turning on the high alert button and sounding off all of the alarms as if a tiger is chasing you down the street. Like, this is just tech. What have we come to? We've got to start calming down and think about what in the world are we doing? And why we freak out about the smallest of things, your nervous system, your spinal cord is going to slip out of your body. I would hate if something big happens. Y'all, like I said, you're going to just fall out and you gone. You ain't even giving yourself time to think. A process can be very simple if you would just lean into, and I get it. Everybody won't understand. Everybody won't get it. There's a lot of women right now that are having to create thirst traps so they can attract men that don't even like them just so they can have a roof over their head and food on the table. That's literally what is going to happen. A lot of women are going to have to search for a man to tolerate them just to have a meal because we didn't develop, because we didn't evolve, because we didn't lean into the challenges. I told you, make content for your top 10%. You need to write that down. Make content for your top 10% of your audience because those are the people that are going to be paying attention right now. Women who are with someone, you're fine. It's just now you got to build, you got to compound on whatever your partner or your spouse is doing. Because I'm all for marriage. I'm all for great partnerships. Even if you're not married and you're in a partnership, that's even better. Y'all need to be partners. You know what I'm saying? But if you are with someone, you need to be capitalizing or compounding off of that other person, whatever they're doing, you just add to it. And then y'all have a strategy and a plan to build wealth together because that's what we're going. I said, this is not the time to be making more money. This is time to make money to buy assets. I've said this. You have got to create more assets. You have to do that. Money is going downhill as I'm talking to you on this live audio. Retirement is going to be nothing. But we're sitting around here diddly dallying. I get so sick of hearing it. It chaps my hive when I see women, grown adult women, talking about some dilly dallying. You need to be dilly dallying some content, or you're gonna be dilly dallying. I've been in offended so bad, so let me stop. That's just we have to start taking this stuff seriously. These people are not playing with you. They have zero cares. They're very indifferent. I've been hearing a lot of information. I had a conversation with someone yesterday here in Memphis, actually, hearing about a lot of different technological uh, um, changes that are coming to the city, and my mouth was just open the whole time. But you know what I said? Now see, if this was 5 years ago, I probably would have freaked out. But for some reason, I told the guy, I was like, "I'm so excited." I said, "I am very excited because this means I'm gonna be outside this year." Which would and not outside at nobody's lounge and hookah bar and twerking and all this kind of stuff. No, Imma be at some events. I'm gonna be shaking some hands. Okay? I'm gonna be at some tech events and doing some meetups. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That's the kinda outside I'm gonna be doing because this is about the future to secure. I got 350 years to secure. I don't have that kind of time. Jay, you gonna date? Absolutely not. Date what? Most of the men now can't even put a sentence together. They can't even read. So what are you talking about? They can't even have a sensible conversation without it going left field. They don't know how to have an intellectual conversation about the world's happenings. I don't have that kind of time. I really don't. So the outside I'm talking about is actually going to make some connections with some major decision makers. That's where I'm going to be at. I'm I got calls all week with developers and some classes with like on ClickUp and some of these other pieces that I'm joining some masterminds. I'm going on. I have to. Come here laughing. It's really just about that time. So when I say I need to make myself clear. When I say make myself clear, that's just more of letting you know where I'm at and that I don't do slow, cute, pretty. I'm all about women being relentless and absolutely unapologetic and getting to work. I'm not saying the burnt out and all this other stuff, but you got to go at a consistent pace that allows you to serve your people, to get what you need and be a practitioner of your craft. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. I'm not here for the women that want to just do a little bit and just kind of play around with this thing. This is about your life. And, I'm kinda getting tired of women coming to me saying they want help and they wanna do this and they wanna do that, but they don't show up for themselves. I'm not doing it. That's why I said this is my last year doing a whole lot of this coaching stuff. This is after this year, that's it. I'm over it's over. That has expired. We're done after this. Because women are now they're gripping for the hope that things will turn around for them, and it's not. The only way it's gonna turn around for you is that you gotta have some money. You gotta have some money and you gotta have some resources and some assets, and you need to be able to communicate with people. And a lot of women cannot. And it's kind of sad because you have 5 years to develop. You have 5 years to grow. You have 5 years to get it together. And now we're in the cusp of the next 5 years being the most detriment of everything. Everything is up on the table. And now this is where we're at. Cause I just really hate that I didn't do it, but you got today. I really hate that I didn't take advantage, but you got today. I just hate that I just got with this guy, but you have today. You have today. Why aren't you developing today? Because you got to get disciplined, because you got to get focused, because you got to schedule things, because you have to actually make moves. You have to look, learn communication skills. You actually have to give a crap about your life. Now when it's time to go, you got all these excuses. What happens? Cuz it takes action. It takes discipline. You have to be before you do so that you can have. Change your identity. Your identity is in the toilet. You don't you got to start caring about it's not about I'm trying to do it. No, you have to become it. You have to become who you want to be before you do anything. That's what I told people. Sit back a little bit, stand back a little bit, and figure out who you're going to be today. Figure out who you're going to be today before you go and do anything. In the morning time, when you wake up in the morning, you need to establish who you are. If you say I'm a seven-figure something and you ain't got but $2 in the bank, doggone, you walk like a seven-figure earner the next day. It's simple. It doggone it, and this is where AI come in. I don't know what that looks like, coach. Okay, well, put that in the doggone ChatGPT and ask it to give me a life, give me a day of what it looks like to be a seven-figure earner, even in the realistic terms. In my reality, this is how much I got in the bank. But I need to walk like this because I have to do it before I have it. And I have to become it first. So what does that look like for me? And the thing is going to tell you or give you some type of quantum field and possibilities. If you don't like what it's giving you, tell it to give you another one. Give me another possibility. Give me another higher timeline. She going to do it. Look at me, she going to do it for you. But the point I'm making is use this thing for what you need to do so we can cash out and get out this mofo if we have to. Y'all just too casual for me. I don't understand. I mean, everybody's just so just footloose, fancy free. Do you want to win or not? Do you want to make it or not? We're too loosey goosey about this stuff. And for no reason. Because it's just, you know what's coming. You already know what's happening. You have to make a decision and go full throttle. Make a choice. No, make a decision. Because right now, because choice still leaves options on the table. You just got to make a decision. And point blank, period. And there's nothing else that's going to deter you from that. Get yourself together. Stop playing loosey goosey with your life. Get out of the foolishness. Everything that's not pointing towards your freedom, get it out and stop it immediately. Anything that is distracting you, stop. There's no reason why you need to be on the phone with people for 3 hours in a day and you're not talking about anything. Cut people off. It's enough. Get off the phone, 20 minutes, moving forward. There's no reason why you should be on the phone all day and you broke. That's crazy. There's going to be millions and millions of people that's going to be tuning into Super Bowl next Sunday. And a lot of people are going to be broke. Now, the people that's going to be at the Super Bowl got money, or they borrowed it, or they were gifted it. A lot of people are going to be watching from the house. I hope you're going to have your laptops open as you're watching. My folks was like, Jay, you got to take I said, listen, please don't tell me that. I had to tell my folks that, look, don't tell me that. I said, because ain't nobody wealth in this family that can give me $10,000 right off the rip today. So that's it. Everybody got quiet. If it ain't me, who is gonna be? If not me, who else is it going to be? You don't have any other option. I am the option. I am it. So there is no turning back from that. So don't tell me to take a day off or I'm overworking or whatever. I'm working because it's me. I'm building wealth. That's just what it is. And that's just the bottom line. And if you want to do average in life, do average. But average doesn't get you anywhere but sinking down to the bottom. So you need to kind of rethink that. So I hope that this message has brought some form of clarity to your life and give you a pulse check on where you are and what changes you need to make to your life tonight before you go to bed. And you need to get yourself together and wake up as a brand new person. Because this is it. And nobody is playing with you and playing la la loopsy with you either. Humans are going to be extinct. That's the plan. That's not conspiracy theory. That is the plan. Everybody's not going to meet evolution at that level. And if we get taken out, you get taken out. But it is what it is. If you're going to be here, you got to learn how to be here. That's what's on my banner. If you're going to be here, you got to learn how to be here. This is not a threat. This is not a what is it called? This is not a doom and gloom conversation. This is a get yourself together conversation. And if it's not for yourself, then for the people that you love. If it's not for the people that you love and you dead set on seeing this planet in its fullness and beauty before it chalk up in flames, however they gonna do this, then you need to be getting to getting and build up a safe space for yourself. Build up your moats to protect yourself and to protect the ones you love. Because some of y'all don't have anybody in your family that got your back like you should have your own back. A lot of people in your family do not have money to just give to you on a whim if you need it for your business. A lot of people don't have that. So I'm going to need for you to like get it together. Because you were called to do this work. This is your assignment. This is your earthly assignment. A part of your earthly assignment is to be a creator, not to being chewed out by AI. That's crazy. You tell the thing what to do. You tell the thing what you need. You tell the thing what to research. You tell it to give you some options. But you are the creator. Never ever forget that. AI is not your parent. AI is not your checker. You are a strategist. You are a coach. You are a consultant. You are the leader. You are the expert. Never forget that. So that way, you'll know how to guide the thing. Okay. That's all I have for tonight. I hope you all have a good night, and I will see you all on, what is it, Thursday?